Yo, is this thing on? I haven't been live in a minute on here. The last time I was, my mic wasn't working. It was just some silent streams. I'll wait for y'all to let me know. Hopefully somebody will come on here in the next couple minutes. Let me know if the mic's working. Because last time I didn't know because it showed up in StreamYard and was like, "Yep, mic's good." The volume, the bars that show you there's volume is good, and everybody's like, "No, I can't hear you." So I don't know. I'll just mess around here. Y'all are probably getting ready to watch the World Baseball Classic. And maybe not ready for some live out of the park 27. But yes, it's working. Finn, thank you, dude. Cool, man. Yeah, I just had a video go up, and I was gonna try not to stream on here just because I didn't know if it would cut each other off to where people wouldn't get directed to the new video and stuff. But I decided I didn't care. I just had to go live. Got a little reverse. I don't know if my background in Camden Yards is reversed. It's mirrored for you guys. It's mirrored for me. I'm sure I can change that in settings, but it's funny to look at it opposite to where it looks like the Hilton is behind the first baseline kind of. Oh, anyways, you guys are probably wondering what's Marcelo in up for. This was just so I put out a game settings video I don't know, sometime earlier today. I can't remember what time I scheduled it for. But I got one coming tomorrow that's I started messing around with some settings, which I messed around with this setting that I've never messed with. And what I did was I went to the financials. Oh, you just finished streaming OOTP on Twitch. Well, put your what is it? Rick 3. I can't say I can't figure out what your name is. Put your Twitch here, man. Let the people know where they can catch you stream on there, dude. I did. I tried to do this on Twitch first, and Twitch just wouldn't let me. It was my first time on Twitch in 5 years, right? And they changed their whole dashboard and control room of settings, and I couldn't get myself categorized as out of the park 27. And so I don't know, it was annoying. No one was gonna watch if they didn't know. I streamed for 15 minutes and nobody showed up. There's already 10 of you here in 2 minutes. So so I just didn't want to talk to myself the whole night. But yeah, dude, put your Twitch link here, man. Come on. I don't know if, and I know a lot of you are probably gonna watch the World Baseball Classic and not watch me sit here with my background's kind of glitchy, huh? The fake background. It doesn't know what to do with my Pirates hat. But I'm also right now down in half of our basement is unfinished, but I'm in a room that is 10% finished. Basically, when my wife and I both work from home, I'm in the dungeon office, but I also have my gaming stuff in this dungeon basement. Let me see how ridiculous it looks. Wait, let's answer Dean's question for when you said, why can't I get set up in the organization screen? So what you mean, man? What screen are you talking about here? What are you trying to get set up, man? Alec, man, that's really kind of up to you, dude. I'll be honest, I don't think I buy it every year, right? I don't know, $40 or $50 or whatever, it means different things to different people. I'm all right shelling that out each year. I would say if that's not something you want to do every year, shell out the money, whatever your money situation is, maybe don't this year. I don't know, the upgrades are cool, but I feel I'm the opposite of the community, because I feel 25 and 26, you get negativity everywhere online, right? But I feel yeah, the StatCast bubbles are cool, but I don't get to buy it for it. It's not to me, the upgrades this year, it's not the development lab or when they redid international free agency or what else do they do? I feel the upgrades have been really good the last few years. And I'm not saying they're bad this year. So all that to say, Alec, if you're not an every year kind of guy, I don't think it's the year you have to buy it. But I'm an every year kind of guy, and I like it. And I'm going to play it a lot. And I'm going to enjoy it. Let's try to help Dean here. Dean, I can't change the setup screen. No setup on the screen in organization. I don't like. What do you mean, man? I don't like. I'm a like here. This is the organization screen. Yeah, man. You're gonna have to spell it out for me. I guess I'm not following. But let me tell you guys what I was. Let me tell you guys the setting I was messing around with. So I was messing around with financials, and I've never done this. I was escalating the average player salaries. I started, and again, I'll have a video on this tomorrow, like earlier in this. I did it, and I was pretty encouraged by it. But I think I'm gonna have to adjust some stuff if I do this. Like I'm gonna have to turn inflation down because like when you turn this up and then inflation on, it gets honestly like the salaries. Oh, Dean, that's like if you're on a laptop, that's like your screen size. So you got to use the drop downs for the other ones. Here, let me show you. So I have 6. You'll see some people who have way more than that. But you can just like use this. But yeah, it has to do with your screen size, your resolution, all that. Like I have this on my laptop monitor right now. It's a pretty big laptop. If I put it on like the one that I have an HDMI, like I think a lot more of the windows would show up. I'm not totally sure. You tech nerds can let me know. So yeah, let me show you what some of the salaries were though. Like honestly, like the salaries weren't crazy, man, but like the teams couldn't keep up with it. With the inflation going up too. Let do like here, Skeens and Scooble both signed. Skeens signed a what was it? 7-year, $430 million contract, which honestly, like if you're going to get him for 7 years in real life, like when he's a free agent, he hit free agency, like honestly, it's probably what's going to take in 2030. Like imagine if Paul Skeens wins a couple of Cy Youngs, puts up multiple 6 WAR seasons, and then hits free agency when he's like, what was he, like 27 or something? He's going to get more years than this, but I think he's going to get that salary. Yeah, man, Tyrell. I assumed a lot of people would probably be watching the World Baseball Classic game. I will probably go watch it soon myself, but I just feel like going live. I can't say what's up for Michael Elias. I don't know. I mean, I'm not Michael Elias, so which reminds me, I was going to see my background. Let's see. Like, how dungeony does this room look? I mean, that's not crazy, but it's still, if you go to the blur, see, it's like him in the back room here. But yeah, I'll just go with the glitchy Camden Yards one for now. If I wasn't in the dungeon room, I'd do something else because it's kind of annoying. Oh, Metalbug, yeah, he made a lot too. So he signed a deal and then opted out. So he signed 2 contracts. And for those of you who are just joining, I messed around with financials and made the players get paid more. And it's not a perfect solution, but so he's with the Angels now, but he signed a 6-year, $380 million deal with the Angels, but they had an opt out after like 2 years. And he opted out. Or wait, no, I'm sorry. Wait. No, wait. Oh, see, I've done a few sims. Hold on. Let's figure this out. He exercised a contract opt out. Oh, so he was with the Tigers. Okay. So the Tigers signed him to an extension. They signed him to a 7-year contract extension worth $416 million. But it was a 2-year opt out. So he made a ton of money. And then, yeah, Dean, I would say check the resolution. I can't remember where that is, but screen resolution might help you out there. Sorry, man. So he signed that big deal with the Tigers, but also got an opt out after 2 years. Then he opted out and got 6 years more for $380 million. So, what did he make? Yeah, he made he made $63 million over the first 2 years of the Tigers, and then opted out, and then went and signed this deal with the with the Angels. Lots of other guys have signed too. I'm going to few of the batters. Yeah, like Holiday is at an 8-year, $446 million deal. Because, I mean, wow, look at this. He was terrible good in 2026 and then turned into like an all-star, borderline down ballot MVP guy, and then got paid like the down ballot MVP guy who's still just 27. Imagine if Holiday comes out and puts up -1 WAR this year for the Orioles. I don't think he's back the following year to get 602 plate appearances and become an all-star. But that would be an interesting outcome. That would be a disaster for the O's. I mean, I don't know if Holiday is going to be like a star, but if he's that bad this year, that'd be pretty bad. Let's see here. Oh, Bobby Witt Jr. I was like, BWJ. Took me a second there. I think his other one's still going, maybe. Oh wait, why am I going to the Tigers? Sorry. I don't think he's come up yet. Well, signed prior to 2024 season. Yeah, he's still in his first year, but he's got an opt-out coming out, so we'll see what he yeah. So if you're just coming on, yeah, mess with the financials. Salaries got honestly wild, but realistic in my opinion. But it's just like the teams can't handle it. Here's Gonzalez. So he was traded in 2027 to the Phillies and really has only had 79 plate appearances yet. But he's been terrible for a while. I'm surprised he even made the majors. Wow. So that's bad. Luis Hernandez, yeah, we can do that. So he's 22. Looks like a good prospect. He's in the majors already. Man, he's really struggled with the minors too. I don't know, man. If I was a Giants fan, I'd be kind of like disappointed in that. I mean, he could still put together a good career, but the fact that neither of them hit in the minor leagues is really something. Yeah, I can show the awards. I had to remember like where the awards are. If you watch me live, you're like, man, this guy knows how to play this game, because I'm always like, where is it? There are certain things that I just cannot commit to memory where they are, and the awards is always one of them. I have to think about it every time, where that one is. So we got Judge, McConaughey. Wow. The AL is a narrow MVP field. And then we've got, Wu, Gilbert, Skubal, Garrett Cole in 2029 for the Blue Jays. That's great. And Skubal again. Mason Miller, Jesus Rodriguez, Chase DeLauder. All right, so that's the AL. And we got Soto, Ellie, Andy Pies. I love that. Acuna back-to-back. That's cool. And then we got Webb. Nozawa is an international guy that came in. They signed Yamamoto, Skeens, Painter. Wow. Bryce Eldridge got Rookie of the Year in 2027. That's funny. Arun Escobar. I've got him in or is it Aaron Escobar? I think it's Arun, right? Yeah, I agree. There's some low WAR totals there. Wait, did an MVP have 4.4 in 2028 in the AL? And then Pages was 5.3. So Andy Pages has had a pretty solid career here, and he's getting paid $45 million per year. That's right. I mean, yeah, dude. If he's like a 4 to 5 win player in 2031, he'll be making 45 million, no problem. So again, like I like the way this has turned out, but it's just I think the teams run out of money eventually. Yeah, the top players still, some of them still get paid, but not all of them. You guys all gonna watch the World Baseball Classic shortly, or what you gonna do? I'm a little annoyed that Gunner is in the lineup. I mean, they're facing a lefty, I get it, but it's more so that Gunner has just been ripped off this whole series. Like, I do love the way Gunner's responded, dude. Gunnar Henderson, dude, is not like he's one of the fiercest competitors I've ever seen. I don't know if that comes across if you're not a nose fan, but like he has taken out his frustration of not playing. I mean, he's not going to say anything and he's not going to sulk, but he's absolutely going to get up there and freaking mash and shove it in your face that you had him on the bench. And he's on the bench again tonight. So I don't know when the next patch will come. And I'm not honestly convinced that the dropping trade acquisitions is going to be an easy fix. CJ, yeah. So I posted this in the bug forum, like just like I mean, like 30 to 40% of the guys acquired at the trade. Anybody fringe who gets acquired at the trade deadline. And 1 year it was 30 to 40%. Like get dropped before the end of the year. So you get, and they aren't great players, and they don't give up great prospects for them, but they give up prospects to acquire a guy and then drop them within like a few weeks. I don't know if that's going to be an easy fix. I'm not sure. Yeah, no, I agree. I don't necessarily think he should be playing over Bobby Witt Jr., but like, and maybe tonight, like against a lefty, I get it why Bregman's in. But the second a righty comes into that game, Gunnar Henderson should be in. So I don't know. Then honestly, like when I saw he wasn't playing, I was like, I'm gonna turn it on at some point, but like I'm not locked in. I also like just never really care about like these national team tournaments as much. Like even like the Olympics, like hockey, I'm a big hockey fan. I like watching the Olympics, but like I don't know, I just don't feel like hugely invested in any team. Some of that is, man, this American team, they're a bunch of dorks, dude. Jay, thanks, man. Like why is Cal Raleigh not shaking Randy Arozarena's hand, man? Like freaking dorks. Like get over yourself and shake his hand. You're playing a tournament for free. You're playing a baseball tournament for free. And like somebody who's your teammate on your major league team who you're with 7 or 8 months a year, dude, every day, you can't shake his hand or fist bump him or tap him on the shin. Dude, what a dork, man. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I just don't like it. I like that whole vibe. I don't like. Also, like, I'll try not to get into this too much, but they had a Navy SEAL come and speak to them before one of the games, which, like, all right, whatever. Like, if they want to talk to him, that's cool. But it's also Navy SEAL has been accused of like exaggerating and lying about like his role in the Bin Laden raid in order to write a book about it. And I'm not saying like accused by like the media or something, like straight up other Navy SEALs have spoken out and been like, yeah, that's not how this went down. And like when they did that was like a couple days after the Cal Raleigh thing. And I just like, I don't know, man. Like I hope they win, I guess. But like, just like these guys don't have the right vibe for me. Like just like not shaking people's hands who's on your major league team, inviting a Navy SEAL who's been accused by other SEALs of like exaggerating and lying about your role in order to make money off of it. Like, man, I don't know. I kind of like I'm gonna turn it on, but between all that and Gunner not being in the lineup, like I'm not locked in from first pitch, so I figured I'd just hang out here for a little bit. Anyways, you guys probably got on to like, yeah, dude, yeah, exactly. Like, it's just like I don't know, man. It's not an easy team to like. They're not very likable. They're not very likable. I'll say that. I hope they win. I hope Gunnar comes in and matches 3 home runs, but like I'll get to when I get to it. Was there anybody else you guys wanted to see here? So it looks like a few more people have joined. So just want to say so I just messed around with player salaries and adjust them a little bit. I actually have like a video coming tomorrow about this, which will be like, I recorded that a while ago and have since learned more about this. I still think it'd be interesting for you to see it as I kind of like experiment with the video, even if you watch this. But yeah, right. Namala. Sorry, you said that at one point earlier. Oh shoot, dude. Yeah, he didn't really arrive fully until 2029, but he put up 5.1 then 6.9 WAR. That's pretty cool. I think you'd probably take that outcome. Team Italy was likable. Okay, so catching prospects, Blake Mitchell. Sure, let's do it. So Blake Mitchell is 26. Really struggled, and then he's come in and been okay. He's pretty solid last year. He's still just 26. Oops, that's not what I want to do. Career fielding stats. Oh yeah, framing's kind of like off, right? Like everybody's within less than one -1 or +1 is what we've seen, right? Is that still the thing? That's the last thing I've seen. Yeah. So framing, something's off with framing. I'm sure it'll get sorted out. Did I spell that wrong? Carter Jansen? Oh, Jensen. Carter Jensen. He's also up. He's an outfielder, looks like. Looks like he's playing left field. He made the All-Star team in 2028. He's 27 years old and signed through his age 30 season. He's been all right. He's had 2 decent years, but yeah, he's not like an all-star. Well, actually, he literally was an all-star. Yeah, take that. He's not a perennial all-star. JJ Weatherholt, yeah, dude, I got you. Oops, sorry, I couldn't figure out which screen I need to be looking at to see if did I spell that wrong too? Man, I'm brutal. Oh, it's not. Yeah. I spelled it like the weather. Yeah, he's been good, man. His 162 game average is 5 WAR to 128 WRC plus. That's pretty good. What's his fielding like? Fielding's okay. Second base, he's decent. They've been playing at shortstop some too. Yeah, he's fine. He won a Gold Glove. When did he win a Gold Glove? 2028. 3.2 zone rating. He won the Gold Glove. I would take this JJ too, man. For sure. I was actually hoping to get him second base in my fantasy baseball draft this weekend, but he went before I was ready to pull the trigger on him. So yeah, something's off with 2028. Everything is coming up. Oh, Alec, you want Jet Williams? What? Why isn't he a Mets prospect? Or no, he's with the Guardians in this. Oh, he's Milwaukee. Why was I thinking he's a Mets guy? When was he? He was drafted by the Mets. What trade did he go? How did he go from the Mets to the Brewers? What deal was that? You guys who I wish some of my friends, man, they can remember every trade that ever happens for every team. I'm hit or miss with it. Yeah, but I remembered him as a Mets guy. So anyways, here's how he did. He's awful. He probably should barely be in the major leagues. Now, speaking of Jesus Made, I am pretty sure that this is the sim. Yeah, they got traded to the Mets. So, Alex, sorry for this. Let's see. He's up and he's struggled. He hasn't and he's really coming off a down year. So not great. Not great. Oh, the Freddie Peralta trade. Jet Williams went in the Freddie Peralta trade. Yes. Alec, thank you. Of course. I'm just, at a loss for words. It's like, oh, that's another pitcher the Orioles should have acquired this offseason and didn't. I mean, they might be all right, but I would have preferred them to sign Fromber or trade for Peralta, do something. But it's just not their thing. It's not their thing, apparently. PCA is a monster. Yeah. 160 game average is 5 WAR and a 110 WRC plus. And he is in the middle of an 8-year, $336 million contract that he has an opt-out on after this next season. Ethan Holiday? Yeah, we can do that. We can do Jackson's brother. So he's 23. Ooh. So he was good. And then shoot, man. He was a beast. They played him in A-ball 2 years in a row. He put up 5-point WAR. 5.1 WAR second year in A-ball. Oh Lord, that's crazy. But I don't know. He's kind of not looking great here. I don't think it's going to be his sim. I think he's going to be lucky to make the major leagues. But let's look at some more of these salaries. Did the game start yet? Yeah, I guess it did. Ellie's contract. He signed an 8-year, $402 million deal. It looks like he has an opt-out after 5 years. The worst contract in this sim. No, Jay, never done an online league, man. I'm not opposed to it. I just feel like between playing a sim on the channel and then having 2 fantasy baseball teams, and then also trying to follow real baseball, I just don't know. I just don't know if I need to add another team to my plate. I don't really know what the worst contract in the sim is. I mean, Xander's is real. Devers is real. Manny's is real. Lindor is probably real. I mean, look at all these guys making money, dude. So Randy Arozarena signed a 6-year, $216 million deal because he was coming off a 4.3 WAR season. He's actually held up okay. Held up better than I thought he was going to. Now he's only got, oh, dude, they're almost out of this deal. This deal has worked out for them. Even if he's bad, you kind of accept, you did it for these 3 years, maybe. You did it for these 3 years. And then the rest of the 3, everything's gravy. So that was a weird one that caught my eye. Not bad, but he made a ton of money at an age I was surprised. Oh, Matt Wallner's contract was kind of ridiculous. So he's in a 5-year. I mean, it's only a 5-year deal, but $145 million. He's making 29 per the rest of the way, and he signed it. Wait, hold on. When did he sign it again? Oh, well, I can't tell you what year it is here because it's cut off. Signed prior to 2030. But like in 2029, like I don't know, he had a 118 WRC plus, but he was clearly playing in the field and not doing well. But I guess they like his bat, and I mean it worked out for him. Like he put up a 142 WRC plus, so he's mashing. But I thought that was a weird one. Yeah, I turned up the contract. I turned up the money, average player salary, and all that. Now Rennie was also coming off a really good year in this. So that was a weird one. There are a couple other guys I was like, man, he got paid. J Rams is a real one. Bryce Harper's in the last year of his deal. How's it been working out? So 26, he was, I mean, 27 was terrible. The rest is okay. I don't know. Would anybody be shocked if Harper's like after 2026, like a 110 WRC plus guy? I wouldn't be shocked about that at all. Do you mean by like overall contract value or overall like rating? Oops. Good question. This is all batters. I think this is an international signing, maybe. Is this a real guy? By the way, the league, this is one of the expansion teams. Jason Dominguez. Oh, wait, I wasn't at the top. Damn, Pat. Come on, man. Oh, Rafael is a 75. Yeah, he's a monster. A lot of these guys we talked about. Drake Baldwin, absolute beast. I'd say Braves fans would be pretty happy if the next 5 years look like that. Who is Thad Lovett? Oh, 2027 draft pick. Is he a real dude? How far out did the draft classes go? I wonder. I haven't really even looked at that. I haven't done a draft yet. All the sims I've mainly just been like simming around with stuff like this. Connor Griffin, how's he looking? I hear you on McConaughey. I would like that too. I am kind of a Tigers fan by proxy. My wife is a Tigers fan. All her family are Tigers fans, so I could get down with some. They're my B team. I don't have a C team. I have an A team and a B team. It's not true. There are other teams I root for. I mean, I've got a Pirates hat on. So Connor Griffin's been all right. Kind of like a Jackson Holiday-ish start. Very, very meh. And then had a really nice season. And then 2029 looks like it got derailed by injury. And then really nice season there. Anybody else you guys want me to look at? Just messing around at this point. I don't know. What do you guys think of the salaries like overall? Did they seem crazy to you? Now there's the whole thing of like, can the teams afford this? And I'm not sure they can. I'm going to look at this more. But just in terms of like contracts, I think they're like not crazy, man. I really think they're not that crazy. Let's see, Kobe Mayo. Looks like he's in his last year of arbitration. Oh, he's had 3 decent years. Man, the Orioles between Holiday and Mayo, like the sim seems like it maybe didn't get off to a great start for him, but then some of these guys locked in. Yeah, and like, I mean, honestly, like, I don't think it's like, I mean, they do seem crazy, but like with the way salaries go, like, I mean, I think Scooble and Skeens are like in this sim, like they got paid. Like, I think they're gonna get paid like that in real life. But yeah, but they do keep the deals like a reasonable length. They're not signing like 30-year-olds to like a 10-year deal like the Padres did with Manny Machado or Xander Bogaerts or whoever. Let me see if there's any other sim I can mess around with and show you guys. Like I've just had some open and some I've like deleted, and I honestly can't remember like what I have here. Like we'll just look at it, look at a few, but sometimes I'll just that was one of the ones I've dove into a bit more. That was called Beta 3. Look at this. So where are we in these games? 2031, 2031. Here's where one where I'm in 2027. Maybe this was the one I did the simming the season on. I'm not sure. That's a rough Glaber deal. Let's see what is going on in this sim. So I'm on Do Not Disturb. I'm in 2027. Yeah, I think this is the one that I had like the simming the season on. And some people had questions about that. I remember like somebody wanted to wait, it's taking me to Kobe Mayo in this one too. That's a glitch. Somebody wanted to know like who was on the Mets roster. So he's up and didn't do a lot, but dude, he's so good though. Looks like the rest of the team is pretty similar. I mean, they got Kyle Isbell here. They got him in a trade. Oh, I can see the whole date. That's cool. And he's in to be their center fielder. I don't know why. Nolan McLean was solid. Senga, Clay Holmes. They Bednar, Devin Williams. It's a good bullpen, man. Soto had a really great year. Really rough in the field, like unplayably bad in the field. I think you might have to DH him. Are they DHing him? Nah, they're DHing Jorge Polanco. Doesn't really bother me. I can see why it bothers somebody. There are things about the new game that bother me. But yeah, that one doesn't. That's what you're talking about. Yeah. I don't really look at the stats there, to be honest. So I can see if I use those stats, but those aren't really the stats that I use. So I never really use that in the first place. And I might like train my man Polanco up to be an outfielder and let him play the outfield. Oh. Wow. Tell us more, 307. There's some people here who I think would like to know how to do that. I did turn off the animation on the bars. I didn't really like that. That felt weird to my brain. Turn that off. Yeah, 307, you gotta people are wanting to know. I don't know. What do you guys want me to do? Do you want me to play some? Y'all want to just go watch the WBC? I can start a new sim and mess around. I could just show you different sims. I just feel like streaming for a little bit. I don't remember the last time I did one of these. Yeah, you can turn that off. You can turn the animated bars off. Oh, how do you do it? I did it the other day. I think is it this settings? Yes. Okay. So it's here. So let me show you. File, settings. Oh God, where is it? Is it here? Dude, I did this the other day. It's the first time I'd ever done it. And now I'm just having, is it under interface? Oh, here's player pop-up delay. You can do no delay. Boom. Yeah, you can turn that off there. Player rating bars. That's not the where's the one that's like the scroll bars? Where's the one that does like I just did it the other day. Yeah, but you guys who don't like the scrolling, I get if I use those stats, it would drive me crazy. Yeah, I don't know where this thing is to where I turned off the. Oh, here we go. Miscellaneous. Animate rating bars. Turn it. Set its default to no. Switch that to yes, and it won't do it anymore. Yeah, I didn't like that one at all. It's funny how like different things will bother different people. Like that with the stats doesn't bother me at all, but those animated rating bars, no, thank you, no thanks. What's the score of the game? Anybody watching? They put Gunner in yet? What's Gunner doing? How's he doing? What's up with him? Go through off-season free agency. I think it's already in February, I think. Yeah, I think it's already in February though. I could be wrong. I was messing around with that sim a bunch over the last 24 hours, so I don't remember exactly where it was. Yeah, it's February. I can show you the deals that were handed out. So yeah, but I think with this salary thing, I think I might try it turned up still, but not turn up. Just turn up like superstar and star, and then maybe try inflation like 0 to 1% and mess around with that. So I'm thinking I want. So here's the thing, like I really dislike the contracts that get signed with the default salaries. Like, I mean, like I'm talking like I saw Skeens and Gunner. The reason I started messing around with like Skeens and Gunner both signed deals. Now they were like in arbitration, but they signed like 8-year deals for like 200 some million. And it's gonna take those guys are gonna sign more than double that. They're both probably gonna break 500 million. It depends on like what they do over the next few years, but the trajectories they are on, they're gonna be making over 500 million. And so I wanted to get that in the game. And I honestly, like this is less of a problem to me than I would rather have salaries like I have in this game than salaries that come in the default settings. Yeah, but I could see if somebody really didn't like what's going on, and I do think like I for sure need to tweak it without a doubt. But I'm gonna keep rocking with it. Like I'm gonna keep trying it out. Look, I mean, this budget space actually isn't crazy. Like teams, this is February, so like most of the big free agents are gone. Like teams aren't out of money. I mean, some teams are, but I don't know what's going on in Las Vegas. Dudes, why are you $49 million over budget? Dude, their payroll is more than their entire budget. What happened? So they're paying Kurtz $50 million. So they signed all these guys like to long-term deals when the owner it was far enough out that that the like AI wasn't going to block them from doing it. But now with all these deals locked in, they're so far over budget. Oh my God, dude. Look at their projected budget for 2033. It's 275 million. It's another $65 million, dude. And they're already over budget by 49. That's amazing. That's so funny. Will they though? Will they? Are we sure that's going to happen? I mean, the salaries. It's just the fact that all these guys, like, they have tons of players that are entering arbitration or more expensive years. Like, it's kind of like a culmination of a lot of things, though. So, but I don't know, like, so what do you guys think? Like, I mean, obviously Vegas is an outlier here, and you don't really want to see that, but like, I don't think this is that crazy for being in 2031. Like, I don't think my juicing the salaries has like broken the budgets of the team. Like, do you guys think this is bad? I mean, free agency is basically over, right? So, like, I mean, Shane Boz, like, you got some okay dudes out here. Christopher Sanchez, he's 34, he's a torn UCL, and he's not the same dude anymore, right? So there are not like really good guys slipping through the cracks. Oh, they have real low draft budgets? Let's see. What are we rocking? Okay, that's a good catch. That's a good catch. These seem okay. They're a little on the low end, I think. No, that's what the AI normally spends. So yeah, I think the draft budgets are a little low. Like, let's look at, so the Red Sox have 4.3 million draft budget. What's their slots? 8.1. So yeah, so they have a lot of. This is a really big year for them. They're at 276, but next year they're only 233. So like they're just running into a year where everything came together, including their $50 million per year they're paying Logan Webb. Yeah, Gunnar was weird, man. I think a few players have gotten squeezed by like teams just running out of money because Gunnar hit free agency of the year. There were like 3 other dudes who got paid before him in that offseason. And he ended up signing with Colorado for like 8 years, $25 million per year. But I ended up just like trying to release him to see what happened. And he signed with the Phillies for like the same amount. But when he comes out, his demand is like 55 million, like 10 years, 55 million per. And that's what a lot of these guys are getting closer to demands. I don't know. It's something weird with Gunnar. But yeah, I took it personally for sure. I take any Gunnar slander personally. Mark DeRosa. That's why I'm not watching your game right now, because it kind of harsh my mellow, man. Kind of a buzzkill. Anybody got a WBC update? Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think this is fine though. Overall, like, I don't see anything like. So let's look at these teams that are like out of money and draft budgets. So yeah, they've got the low ones, but then you've got lots of teams with really high ones. Like the Tigers have a $3.8 million draft budget. So yeah, they are clearly, spending a lot. Nothing under one. Thanks. So let me just say, I was hoping T Club would show up tonight. I'll put this in a video too, Tony. Can we call you Tony, or should we call you T? So I was traveling this weekend. I randomly like searched Out of the Park 27 on Twitch. First time I've been on Twitch in a long time. Maybe I was on there last year, but probably like 2 years. Came across his channel, and it's great. And he's got a YouTube channel too. Put the link to your YouTube channel here, man. Like, honestly, the stuff he's doing is awesome. I've learned like little things watching his Twitch channel, and he's got some videos up on YouTube, and you should go follow him. T, put your channel link in there, man. Send the people over to your channel to check it out. He had a great video today, and I left a comment. People often ask, they're like, "Man, like you can't do that, dude." I'm telling you to do it. Get out of here, then. All right, here, guys. Guys, here. Go follow that channel. Well, too bad, man. Too bad. Like people have been asking me, they're like, because I do a beginner video, but then people are like, but I don't know how to actually like play the game. Like, how do you play the game? And I never really know how to answer that question. Like, it's like, I can tell you how to do all these different things. But if you're like, sit down and show me how to play the game, it's a hard thing to describe. And T Clev had one out to basically like the first things he does when he fires up a save. And honestly, it was like, dude, this is the video people have been asking me to make for like 3 years. I couldn't figure out how to make, and he made it. So, so yeah, no, we will. You might want to chat about the financials, but we're shining the light on you and your channel for a minute. Thanks for letting us do that. So go follow your boy T Clev. Yeah, see, exactly. I think that the trades are better now. You mean like your own trades? Honestly, like I think with hard trade mode on, that I can't get a lot of easy trades. I think, and so for those of you who don't know, this is in the game settings AI. So hard trade mode, it's off by default. I don't play with reputation on. I play with hard trade on. I honestly think hard trade mode was like a low key, like huge addition to the game that's kind of like underappreciated. I don't always use it. Especially if I'm like recording and I'm doing some trading, I don't use it because it's just real tedious. It can get more tedious. But if I'm playing offline, a lot of times I do. It gets hard, man. There are some times where I've turned it on. So I'm like, dude, I can't find trades. I need to exploit the AI to find trades that I can make. Oh, I didn't change this to what I normally like in this one. So I think hard trade mode. So for those of you who haven't played it on, because again, it's off by default. What's the best way to show it? I'll go here, transactions, player trade. Also, T Clef, man, like you also like have all these buttons on the side. I couldn't tell you what a freaking one of these does. Never use it. You save yourself so many clicks by knowing, like, oh, I guess this goes to financials. Dude, that takes my front office tab and it's right there. Never use this. I've never used it, man. That was another thing watching your channel that I was like, cool. Never done that before. I mean, I've always known it's there. I don't know. I've just never ingrained. There's so many ways you can navigate menus in this game, and so many different clicks you can do. Yeah. All right. So like hard trade mode. Say we put a dude in that we're going to trade. Oh, we're on commissioner mode. So let me turn that off so you can get the. So say we're just going to like trade this guy, or trade these guys, right? There's no make this work now button. And also when you go here, oh wait, invalid trade, lost in Vegas, can't afford. Oh, is this guy making a bunch of money? Okay. Let's just find somebody. Ben Joyce, are you making a lot of money? No. Okay. And we'll send you. Oh, wait. Oh, this is going to be tough because we're both like negative. Oh, wait. Why did I pick Las Vegas? Hold on. Okay, cool. The O's have 13 million. So let's trade them. Former O's farmhand, Carter Baumler. And see, this is my assistant GM. You don't get any feedback from their GM, and you can't do make this work now. I think this is a way harder way to try to trade. Sometimes it's so difficult that I just like, guys, I need like a clue of what you're thinking on this trade, and I'll turn it off. But I do think that bookmarks, you can bookmark stuff in this game. Blowing my mind down here, man. Yeah, so sometimes it's just nearly impossible to know what they want, and really like shop a player in the trade block, become your best friends, because like that's the way to quickly learn like what teams want. I mean, it depends, because sometimes like I'm surprised by the feedback they give me on trades. So it depends. It's hit or miss. It's just as hit or miss as the feedback that you get here, right? You basically just get that feedback a day later. That's what that's what it does. It doesn't really change the type of feedback you get. Let me think about that. So no, I think at the trade deadline, when you have like the 4 periods, I'm trying to remember. I haven't done it this year, man. I think at least in the last round, they give you immediate feedback, and maybe in all of them, but at least in the last one. I just got to check something real quick. You guys tell me what else you want to see real quick. You know, we're casual here today. But let me know if there's anything you want to see real quick. And I'm just checking something right quick. All right, cool. Has it been an hour already? I haven't really like done anything. We've just been hanging out talking baseball. Do we even know ball? I don't know. Who am I to say? Whoa, Alan Coffee. It's a reliever, borderline starter. What do you think? You thinking out of the park 27 that 35 changeup's going to play? I mean, Colorado, it's impossible to say, right? I would say, I don't know. I feel like those have been better. Maybe out of the park 26. I feel like I get fewer of them, and they're also not 100% of them are dumb. Only like 50% of them are dumb. But I don't think that's any different with hard trade mode on or off. It's a great question. I know they did something with the weather. I have not gone in. Wait, have I? No, I don't think I've gone into a game yet. Is anything different? You guys tell me. I'm sure plenty of you know better than me. Oh, can you do like the 4 rounds, but with no timer? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the trade deadline thing is all right. The day of, I think that's one of those upgrades that I can see why other people really love it, but I thought it was fine. I thought hard trade mode was 10 times more impactful of an upgrade for me. Oh, do you get a lot of random fog? Oops. Let me see. There's a comment. Oh, okay. Oh, update. Yeah, I don't know. Those of you who have played like in the actual game, let's go up to opening day. I'm still in Do Not Disturb. I think I'm the Rockies, but I'm not actually anybody because I'm in Do Not Disturb. Let's go up to opening day and see what's going on. Who should I do? By the way, I'm not going to start my sorry, I'm on like this folding chair because like I have like a couple of guitars sitting on my office chair that I didn't feel like putting in their case. And normally on this folding chair, I bring a pillow back here to sit on because it's hard as shit, dude. and it's really uncomfortable right now. I might go get a pillow in a second. Yeah, while that's simming, hold on. Let me go get the pillow real quick. Be right back. Surprised they were that diverse. All right, maybe that'll help. Really, I should probably just sit in my comfortable office chair. Yeah. There was a guy who kept like 3 different times he left comments, and none of them were like that cool. It wasn't just like, "Hey man, can you show me the game?" He was like, "Hey nerd, why don't you play the actual game? Great. What are you gonna do next? Be the set ticket prices?" So yeah. Yeah. It's something that should be fixed. It's something that should be fixed. Who was it again? Somebody on Tampa. Is it Williams? Yeah, Carson Williams. Did he get released? So is the number. Okay, so no. So he was actually eventually released, but in 2030, which is completely justifiable because he was garbage. I mean, he's apparently good defensively because he put up 2.9 more, but garbage at the plate. Garbage at the plate. I mean, not garbage. He had 2 okay-ish years where he was a bench player. He's a bench player though, and they cut him loose. Let's see let's see what happened with Brady House, another guy who got released. He's with the Astros. How did he get there? Free agent signing. Yeah, became a minor league free agent. This might have been the one that I posted on the forum, though. It might be the same sim. I have trouble keeping track of sims sometimes and where I did different stuff from. All right. So it's opening day. Let's see who's doing what. And this is weird. This league like expanded and the Nationals moved. It's a strange. I forgot to I didn't set up all my settings because I wasn't playing it to play it. Red Sox. And I started to say something about a sim a second ago, which I'll get back to. The Angels, 94 wins behind Tarek Skubal. Trout is not there anymore. I wonder how Trout panned out. So he played. Oh, dude, he had a monster 2026 and was healthy, and then like trailed off and retired, I guess. So yeah, they have Skubal. They still have some of their team around. Free agent. Oh yeah, so I was gonna say, and let me go to what team. So I think I'm gonna do. I just think they're interesting, and I don't find that they're like terribly inaccurate. I think what somebody told me is basically in the background, the game runs 3 sims of the season and averages it. So yeah, like there's gonna be weird stuff. It's not gonna be perfect, but I think it's often useful. I find it's often a decent representation of how my team turns out. So what are we doing? We should open one of these here. Let's open this one. This is one I apparently filmed some tutorials in this one because I called it tutorials. What a name. Yeah, that's true. Mike Troutman, he had a. When does his contract go through in real life? Does it go through 28? It goes way longer than that, right? Like he retired with money on the table, right? So I'm not going to start like my long-term sim yet. So I was thinking maybe I'd do like 5 episodes of a team or something. Who like, so I'll tell you this. I think the team I'm going to do for my long sim is going to come out of one of the West divisions because I haven't done, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong if you remember, but I think I've hit both East divisions and both Central divisions because I've done an O's and a J's. I've done a Phillies, I've done a Royals and a Tigers, I've done a Pirates in terms of like long-term sims. By the way, my Pirate sim was a bummer the way it ended. 2030. So I'm going to do a Western Division team. So I don't know which West Division. I don't see myself doing the Astros. I don't see myself doing the Dodgers or the Rockies. I'm not going to do the Angels because our boy T. Clev is going to do the Angels. But I think the other 6 teams are on the table for like my long-term sim. A's, Mariners, Rangers. So don't pick anybody from the – don't pick A's, Mariners, Rangers, Diamondbacks, Padres, or Giants. Don't vote for those 6 teams. What team should I do just like a 5-episode one for? Yeah, I do think that I agree that's low and I agree it's better. Agree on all points. The Rock. Thanks for stopping by, Rock. I will say I think it's good if guys get to free agency or they're like on the last year of their arbitration before free agency. Guys that are signing earlier in arbitration, like I talked about with like Skeens and Gunner, if they sign before it's the last year of arbitration, I think the deals are way low. But I agree that the other guys, the guys in free agency and the guys who are on the last year of the arbitration, the deals are still not realistic, but better. So here's the deal. If we're doing anything with the A's, we're moving them back to Oakland on principle. Point taken on possibly doing it, but the A's are going back to Oakland in any sim I do, whether I play as them or not, because we're here to right wrongs in the universe. The Astros, come on, man, they're all gone. Everybody's gone, Alec. I mean, they're not actually. Like Altuve's there, Correa just came back, but yeah, I don't know. I guess eventually I just got over it. Don't get me wrong. I think the players who participated, if people don't want to ever forgive that, that's fair. But the Astros as a team, like I don't dislike anymore. Like I'm not rooting against them. And I would be fine playing as them. They're actually a team that's in an interesting spot, dude. I mean, Alec, you brought it up, joking, but like this might be a fun like 5. I probably wouldn't like record as frequently. Maybe get like 2 or 3 seasons banged out in like 5 or 6 episodes. Yeah, they might be kind of fun because they might just fall off a cliff, dude. Or you might be able to like squeeze a little more juice out of the lemon or whatever you're squeezing juice out of. What do you guys like to squeeze juice out of? Lemons? Might be able to get there might be a little more left in the tank if we play our cards right. I honestly think they oranges. KBO series, I've honestly never done it. And I think it would take me messing around with it to feel like immersed in it, right? If that makes sense. Just because I've never played it. And I think, yeah, it would take, I need a beginner's guide for it. Does anybody have a KBO beginner's guide for Out of the Park? Because I've never done it. And if you do, I'll watch that. Padres agree would be fun, but they're like one of the teams that I want to hold off on because I'll consider doing them for my long term. But let's look at this. Okay, so the Astros, they have a good amount of money right now, but they're about to get knocked down. But then money comes off the books. Like they're paying Javier a whole bunch of money. Walker, the Walker contract. Yeah. They just can't figure out first base. Jay, it's a great suggestion. I did it one time. It's been a little bit, but I did because there's like a quick start promotion relegation, and I think it was in one of the early videos. I'll consider doing that again. It was fun. It was fun. I think it would be really fun to do over the long term, like to really build up. Because I started in the bottom league, and I think I did decent, but it was hard. It was hard to build up. Vanilla MLB run. The Cubs for no real reason. All right, I'll look at the Cubs next. I'll get that next. Let's see. So what do they have going on? Like, how's Pena? Wait, is Jeremy Pena hurt? Oh, fractured finger. That's right. I knew that. Oh, so, but he's our long-term shortstop, right? And he's really good. Full bias. So that's kind of like a ding on how we're going to start the season. Jake Myers, totally adequate center fielder. Low-key was kind of hoping that he was going to get traded to the Orioles this offseason because, like, the Orioles have Colton Cowser as their center fielder, which is fine. It's okay. There is zero plan B other than Leody Taveras. And Cowser is a lefty. I think they should have brought in a better plan B who bats right. And Jake Myers would have been perfect, man. Would have been perfect for the O's. So I'm into that already. Yenner Diaz, how is he in this? Ooh, framing sucks, dude. His framing sucks. We have Christian Vasquez as the backup. But I mean, Diaz, you got to have Diaz's bat in there. Maybe? I don't know. Like, his eye kind of sucks. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of down on him in this game. Altuve at second base, his 50 range is not going to play. Like, our defense is just kind of a mess here, man. Taylor Trammell, I don't know that he's a starting quality player. Zach Cole put up a couple monster seasons in one of the sims I was running. Like a random one I did, he had like a 6 or 7 war season. I think like back-to-back seasons. Let's see. Sorry, I fell behind on comments. Cubs. I might do it through the website, but I don't think it makes a big difference. Team signing the same amount of 4A veterans. I have not noticed that, but also have not looked for it. That's it. Yeah, it would be interesting to see how trading works in the promotion relegation leagues. I have seen this channel. Thank you for the rec. And this is no. So I've watched some channels like this spring. It's the first time in several years that I've really done more than just like I used to try to watch other channels, but honestly now, I mean, I got a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old, so like it's hard for me to keep up with channels between work and then doing my own channel. So yeah, but I am familiar with that name. Ooh, Venezuela up 1-0. Thank you for the update. Love it. MVP. Rocky. Dude, so yeah, there are some serious issues with this Astros team, man. I don't know how I'd construct it. Did I? The Tucker trade? For some reason, I didn't realize he was still there this year. Interesting profile. Real interesting profile. Where's he? So, man, like the issue here is like Christian Walker clogging up first base. We don't really need this energy, man. I think like that would be one of my first orders of business is because then you can put like when Pena's back, you can put Paredes there, right? You could put Yanner Diaz there, you could put him there a little bit of the time too, get him some playing time. Make him like a Sammy Basayo, like catcher, first base, DH guy. And then Altuve could go out what? Who's in left field for us again? Oh, Jordan. So it depends. Okay, it depends. Got it. Who's playing first base here? Zach DeZenzo, ZDZ. Absolute legend. I just know him from my franchise league. I don't know, man. Like, there's so many different ways you could do it. Like, let's just like Jordan's not going to play the outfield, right? Yeah. So he's our DH. Jordan's our everyday DH. And I guess like let's think about it like once Pena is back, because we'll be back like a month into the season if everything's cool. No, actually, like let's say without Pena back. So you got Correa at shortstop, Paredes third base. I think Walker can stick around for this. That's fine. I don't have a huge issue with this lineup other than the defense sucks. Like, yeah, the defense really sucks. Correa with a 55 range. I mean, now that arm maybe won't be terrible, but it's not going to be good. Altuve's not going to be good at second. You don't have a good catcher. Zach Cole's fine, right? Yeah. Your outfield defense is fine. Your outfield defense is good. Like Jake Myers is going to right a lot of wrongs out there. So I don't know. I think that's interesting. Hunter Brown's obviously a stud, absolute stud. Christian Javier. See what like you can get back, what you get from him in a full season. Mike Burrows, they just got this off season, which is a decent addition. Lance McCullers, like he's probably going to get hurt. You can't really count on him. No, I don't think they're paid too much. Well, I mean, like, okay, let's put some context around that. Like, is it kind of insane that players make tens of millions of dollars a year and like school teachers and all these people don't, right? Like, is that crazy? Like, if you take it outside of that context, sure. But like, I don't really look at it like that. The market is what the market is. And no, I don't, based off of the fact how much the owners make off of their teams and how much those assets appreciate while they own the team. No, I don't think the players make too much. I won't get into like I won't get on a soapbox too much, but I would say if the question is who should get the money, the billionaires or somebody else, I'm always going to say somebody else. I'm always going to say somebody else, even if that working class are millionaires. Did you guys think we were going to be talking about billionaires and millionaires tonight? I didn't. God, this chair, man, it's killing my hip. Yeah, I should have gotten my chair set up before I did this. So yeah, that's where I'm at on salaries. I won't get any more of my soapbox. Oh, Amai is here. Okay. Oh, he'd be going in my rotation. 100%, dude. What? I'm surprised he's not in theirs. Who's Roderick Munoz? Not familiar with this gentleman's body of work. Rule 5 pick. JP France came up. Oh, wow. Game hates him. So he looked like okay at different points for the Astros. So in 2025, only pitched 4 innings. He pitched 25 innings. I know, and he's bad. Okay, so he hasn't really developed, but for a little while, he looks like another pitching project the Astros might eke some talent out of. Ryan Weiss. So, like, the starting depth sucks. Like, if you get injuries, and I want everybody to grow up. AJ Blue Ball. Don't laugh. It's not funny. If you get injuries to this pitching staff, like if Javier or Brown go down, even if McCullers go down, there's not a lot of wiggle room. And you don't have a lot of budget room either. Yeah. All right. So a couple of you wanted to check out Cubs. Let's look at it. So the Cubs, I think, like a lot more pressure to win, but a lot more that you can do with. Oh, look at that budget room. And then I'm going to go over here and I'm going to see Nico Horner. And what's his range? Yeah, dude, playing second base for me. Love that. Dansby, dude, this team is nasty in this game. Like Carson Kelly, pretty decent. Didn't his framing used to be jacked up? Or am I making that up? And then you got Suzuki in the middle of the lineup. Dude, the Cubs should destroy in this game. Bregman, too? Yeah, I'm literally in the upper deck at Camden Yards right now, streaming. It's very nice of them, which is why I had to make the disclaimer that I'm not Mike Elias, because people might think that I was. Dude, this Cubs lineup is stacked. Pitching staff, not as good. Pitching staff is questionable for sure. That's going to be, if you do a Cubs sim, I think you're going out at the deadline and getting some pitching. I don't know if this pitching staff is going to hold up. Jordan Wicks is back in 4 weeks, but he's not going to do anything for us. Justin Steele is decent, but he's out for 3 more months. Shelby Miller's out the whole season. Porter Hodge is an animal, but going to miss a good chunk of time here. Yeah, I mean, if you were to do the Cubs, the pitch, the lineup's awesome. The lineup is set. It's the pitching that's a problem. Yeah, I mean, Giolito's not really helping anybody. I don't really think. I mean, Garcia's out for how long? Yeah, he's out for the whole year. It's I think you kind of gotta just ride with this staff. Hope that Edwin Cabrera takes a step forward. Hope that Matthew Boyd can, put together another season like last. But the pitching staff could be a problem for sure. Oh, right. And they've got PC. Dude, their defense is insane. Second, short, and center, they are stacked. Yeah, this team is crazy good, dude. For out of the park. Their offenses and their defense is crazy good. Not a lot. When you need to go out and what do you mean by leash? When I'm playing? How long until I start making moves? Or is that what you mean? I mean, you got Moises. Man, no, we don't play the game. We don't do that here. Yeah, I think I normally try to, I would say since it would be a new sim, I might want to make moves sooner, but the AI, the new trade AI doesn't really let you make a lot of trades early in the season. So it'd probably be June. Normally I wait till June. If I'm in a sim, say it's 2030 and I've got a team, I don't make a ton of moves until I normally do my first run through the organization and look at how guys are doing on June 1st. And start identifying what I might need at the trade deadline. I might go out in early June and trade for a reliever or something. I'm not normally making a huge trade that early. But yeah. I don't know, is Moises gonna he's kind of stuck as maybe a catcher. I guess he could DH. Honestly, he might have more trade value to us. I wouldn't say this for real life, but in this game, he might be a player who has more trade value than value on your roster. Jackson Wiggins is a dude who I probably wouldn't be willing to trade because I'm probably just getting him into the lab this season, working on that control. Potential top of the rotation arm. Jefferson Rojas, again, I wouldn't be looking to trade him, man. I mean, I get I would I could do Rojas, like say it's a deadline. Rojas is having a good year in Double A. I would not trade him for a rental. If I were getting a guy back with like club control, cool, might do it. Because, and I'll tell you why. He's not like a Gold Glover. Like he can play second base, he can play corner outfield, he can play third base. Like I don't think he's gonna play short. He's not playing center, so he's not playing like a premium position. And he also is not a huge power bat. Like he's gonna be a good player. He's probably gonna be a really good major league player. But let me think of the best way to say it. Like if you're not gonna play a premium position and you're not gonna mash, you're not a power hitter, you're expendable to me. Like as a prospect like this. Now, if he was on my team and had become like a 4-WAR, 5-WAR guy, like sure, maybe. But as prospects, like I don't think he's a superstar because I don't think you can be a superstar with a 40 or 45 power and just an average defense. I don't know. You guys can be like, well, what about such and such in the major leagues right now? But I don't know. Who's a major leaguer who has average or worse defense and below average power and is a superstar? Is there one? Yeah, so I would probably trade him at the deadline, but I think you should get back. I think he should be part of a package that gets you a guy with multiple years of club control. I don't think you give up a prospect this good for a rental, despite the things I just said about him, because he could very easily be a solid regular. But you can find solid regulars out there, man. Like you can replace him. Kevin Alcantara, dude, looks good in this sim. Ketel Marte. Is he below average power? That's like not an outlandish suggestion. Like that's like, oh yeah, let me think about that. Ketel. Yeah, I don't know. 25, 36, 28, 560, 517 slug. Now the game rates him 65. I don't know if he has 65 power, but yeah, no, I don't know. What about like somebody who comes to mind as an Oaths fan is like Jordan Westberg, who is always hurt, always hurt, unfortunately. They have him at a 60 power. How many home runs? So here he had 447 plate appearances at 18. Last year he had 17 bombs in half a season. Wow. He might be another guy who's close to, like, he's going to be a solid regular, but his defense and his power are not good enough to make him a superstar. But he's a really good player. Do not get me wrong. This is not Jordan Westberg slander at all. But he's somebody who's like coming to mind of like the best. I think this is like the best outcome. Like maybe Rojas becomes, and I'm talking about in the game, right? Not real life, but based off of the game, maybe he becomes like a Jordan Westberg type player. Brandon Donovan is a good suggestion, man. Yeah, these slugs in the low 4s, home run totals between 10 and 15. Not an amazing fielder, but good. But I'm going to say, like, he's not a superstar, right? Like, he's a solid regular, and he has value. But yeah, I think it's a great call. Like, this is exactly like what Rojas' ceiling is. I think Rojas would become like a Brendan Donovan, Jordan Westberg type player. Maybe not quite as good as Westberg. I think Westberg, if when healthy, is a better player than Donovan. But yeah, I think that's Jay. I think you nailed it, man. Now that we're talking about it, I think you freaking nailed it. I think that Rojas would become Brendan Donovan. And like if I'm looking to no, this isn't a long-term sim. We're talking about potential short-term sim. And we've talked about the Astros, and now we're talking about the Cubs. We talked about a lot of other nonsense earlier. Yeah, so Jefferson Rojas is his most likely outcome is Brendan Donovan. Jay, thanks for nailing that, man. So absolutely a guy that I would trade for a pitcher at the deadline. But again, like I'm not trying to deal him for a rental because I think he's going to be a regular on my team for like half a decade or a decade. Kelvin Alcantara. I wonder if he works out in this sim, because if he does, like, here's what I'm talking about. Like, there's a lot of risk in this profile that he doesn't work out, but you might also be looking at a guy who can play borderline Gold Glove and hit 35 to 40 home runs, and he's playing center field. Like, I'm not trading him for anything in this game. Now, it could, in a year from now, right, say his contact slides, his avoid case slides, his power doesn't develop. Maybe you trade him then, but this is not a guy that I would be trading if I were to start a sim with the Cubs. I think his type of profile is the ceiling is too high at this point. Now, I think there's a better chance that Rojas becomes a regular. Who is more likely to be a regular for 5 seasons? Rojas in the game or Alcantara? Rojas. There's less risk in this profile. But you can always go out and find yourself some solid regulars. You can go trade for them. You can sign them in free agency. You can develop them. What's really hard to do is to get superstars. So, like, I am biased towards that superstar profile. Wasn't Conrad like a top pick for them just like last year? Yeah. I have him on my roster in a dynasty baseball league that I play in. Somebody sniped me on Nate George, so I grabbed Ethan Conrad. So I don't know. For those of you who've been watching, any other teams we should consider for the short sim? Astros, Cubs. Any other teams you guys are wanting me to do? And again, we're kind of avoiding most of the Western divisions, other than like the Astros. And no, I don't want to do a short sim with the Rockies or a long sim. Same with the Dodgers. Same with the Angels. So the only team in the Western division who's available is the Astros. I got another question about it. Should I, and I no promises I would do this. It would depend on my schedule, but like, what if I did some of them live? Just streamed and played, almost like I'm on freaking Twitch or something. Or do you guys prefer do you guys like kind of like the more rambly, let's just like mess around and chat thing? Or would you rather just have like videos like, let me report out on how it's going? What's up with the Marlins in this? They still got Yuri. Dude, Yuri has turned into a monster in this game from what I've seen. So I did a long term with the Phillies during the Harper era. I agree. They're in between. They're kind of like the Padres in a way. I think both those teams, which is funny because like they signed Harper and Machado. And it's worked out for both of them. But eventually, like, you got to pay for those deals on the back end, and they're going to start getting to the back end pretty quick. Yeah, Marlins. Yeah, do they kind of have like a window? Ooh, the game does not like them. Otto Lopez. Orioles legend Connor Norby. Orioles legend Kyle Stowers. Ooh, they love then some Stowers here. The Phillies sim, man, I don't know. Out of 23, out of part 23 is my guess for when I did that. I don't remember either. I can't keep track of when I did what. I want to say like maybe the first one I recorded was out of the part 21. Does that sound right? Maybe out of part 20. I don't know. But yeah, but I've done the Phillies, so I don't think I'm going to do them. If I post the uploads afterwards, I probably wouldn't do that. It's one or the other. You know what I mean? Just like from a time perspective. So The Braves are interesting. The Braves and the Phillies in the sims I've done have both been very good, at least in the near term, which I think is expected, especially for the Braves. The Phillies, I'm a little surprised how well they've simmed. This dude isn't really like their number 3 starter, right? Yeah, I mean, this lineup is still really good. Shortstop is a bit of an issue, especially because he's hurt. Do they have Jorge Mateo in here? Yeah. Speaking of Orioles legends, oh, give me better than a 55 range. My man Jorge deserves a 60. 65 outfield range? He was so bad in the outfield when the Orioles tried him there. It was one of those like, hey, we've got an athletic, fast guy without a defensive home. Let's see if he can play center field. And he could not play center field very well. Now, to his credit, like they asked him to like try to learn it mid-season, which is hard, but he did not look natural out there. Now, shortstop, like, he's really not a terrible defensive shortstop. I kind of think like these range ratings should be reversed. I think we should go with a 55 outfield range, 65 infield range for Jorge Mateo. Final answer. But maybe you should have him out in center field. I mean, not obviously not in Atlanta. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of like Cardinals would be fun. I feel like they're a team who other people are gonna do. I haven't really seen who other like search for who else is being sims. But I think that they're probably a team who plenty of people are gonna sim because they are in a good spot. I agree. But I think I'm like more partial to the Cubs and the Astros at this point. I don't think they cracked that top 2. Guardians, okay. Gavin Williams is a good pitcher. Bibee wasn't great last year. And then their rotation, like, isn't all that great after that. Kate Smith is such a beast. Yeah, dude. The game loves Kate Smith. Yeah, Brandon, I mean, like, I don't think it's anything game-breaking. I think you could start it. I'm going to wait. There's some stuff I don't want to deal with in a long-term sim, but your mileage may vary on that. I don't think it's insane to start one now. I didn't know he went to JMU. I have family who went to JMU. I drove through Harrisonburg this weekend on a road trip. Stopped at a McDonald's in Harrisonburg. Didn't know that Chase DeLauder went to JMU. That's cool. Justin Henry, yeah. Wait, who are you talking about? I missed when that came in. Yeah, the staff stuff. Oh, Kate Smith. Yeah. Just get him in the lab, man. Yeah. Get him in the lab, get that up to 30. So what do I want fixed? Man, I'm not sure that some of the stuff I want fixed is gonna be fixed. Like, and I'm not saying like they're not gonna, I'm not saying anything bad about anybody. I just think they're tough things to fix. And I'm interested if they can fix it. One being too many guys being dropped after being traded for at the trade deadline. Like teams give up prospects, acquire a guy, and then cut him before the end of the year. I've seen some evidence that like top 100 prospects just are allowed to like leave as free agents rather than being added to the 40-man roster. The staff stuff, definitely for sure. Tell me more about this roster projection file you're doing. All right. Well, you should get him in the lab, man. Get him over to the Blue Jays and trade for him, dude. Yeah, that's fair. That's so sabermetric of you. 18 batters most of the time. I normally do pitch limits I normally don't do the batter limit. I get the reason why people do the batter limit. I do pitch between 80 to 95 pitches, depending on how good he is. Kate Smith, yeah, he's a freaking animal, man. I not to be like, oh, my fantasy baseball team, but I had him. I have a save holds league, and I had him on my team last year. Absolute beast. I followed his season. Like, I don't know if you guys like me, if you play fantasy, like, like, sorry, I was trying to catch up on comments, and I got distracted. I had him on. Like, do you guys like follow players? Like, you're more aware of players on your fantasy baseball team, and like, like I might not have been tuned in on him last year as much as I was if he wasn't on my team, but I definitely. So like, William, here's my question: like, how many innings are your starters throwing? Because mine are normally between 140 to 180, high end 180. Like my ace is getting like 180 maybe. Oh, nice. I have him as a keeper on my main league that I play. It's only a 3-keeper league. I have Witt, Soto, and Matt Olson as my keepers. But I didn't get Kate Smith this year. He got sniped. He got sniped way earlier than I was willing to draft a reliever. Wow, 120-ish. Man, you are living in the future. Okay. So I don't know. Yeah, we were talking if multiple. Okay. I normally have one. Like my stopper is normally 100 plus inning pitches, but I love it, man. I love the commitment to the strategy. I don't lean that hard into it, but I'm picking up what you're putting down. Yeah, I don't know. I think Cubs or Astros might need to be the move for a short-term sim. Just like a five episode sim maybe while I wait for a patch or two. I think I'll have time to like play out some. And I don't think I want to start a long-term sim. Mr. Math Bandit, what do you think? Where are you at with like long-term sim and how the game's looking? I would say, Mr. Bandit, his opinions should carry weight. I value his. I would love to know, William, where you're at with like the save in the game and like playing long-term sims, because I think you have a really good feel for the game. And I'd be interested. Yeah, I agree. I think it's in a pretty good spot. I don't want to start it yet. I think in less than a month I can start a sim. I'm hoping in like a couple weeks after a patch or two. I think there might be some things that are kind of annoying that aren't easily fixed, like the things I mentioned. But I'm with you. Are you starting a long-term sim yet, or are you going to wait a month or two? I honestly don't think I'll wait that long. So talked about this a little bit. It's going to be somebody from the West. So AL West candidates are Athletics, Mariners, Rangers. NL West candidates are Diamondbacks, Padres, Giants. One of those 6 teams. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think once the MLB season starts, I think that'll be around when I'm comfortable. I mean, like, I think the last 2 versions have been pretty stable within a few weeks. Yeah. Diamondbacks because you like them. I saw a sim where they won the World Series in 2027, where I was just simming random stuff. So go get some Diamondbacks. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know which team I'm going to use for that yet. But so short-term sim, I don't know. Astros are in such a weird spot, dude. Has anybody ever done an Astros sim on YouTube, or are they like do not enter because of Trash Can Gate? Like I said, I'm past it. I'm past that. I'm willing to do a sim with them, a short-term sim. I'll just set up my game settings and everything. I don't think they're all set up here, but break barriers. Yeah, that's what I think. I think it's time that we, as an out of the park community, say it's okay to be the Astros again. Yeah, yeah, that Correa, that was interesting that they were able to do that. His contract is like different from this in real life, right? Doesn't it get weird? Like there's really weird stipulations and opt outs and stuff. And this isn't like the salary. Like I think what his contract actually is like impossible to replicate it out of the park, right? I'm just looking it up real quick. Yeah, so 2029 through 2032 are all vesting. If he hits like 550 plate appearances or a bunch of other things, but basically the easiest for him to achieve is the plate appearances. So in like 2028, if he doesn't hit 575 plate appearances, he's a free agent. So I don't know if he's healthy. Yeah. But then I don't know if the salary is right either. Let's see. Oh no, this is right. So these salaries aren't crazy. I actually like. I don't hate this contract. I don't hate it. I mean, it's a little wild, but I think there are going to be worse contracts out there. Oh, 65 outfield arm. I like it. Yeah, World Series teams that haven't won the World Series yet. I'm on board with that. I like that idea as well. I thought about doing it same one time where I just like started with one of the teams who hadn't won the World Series and stuck with them, and then like jumped around. It could take a while. I mean, sometimes it takes like 10 years to win a World Series. But just to see if I could get it would be funny if as I was simming, some of the non-World Series teams won it before I took them over. That would be pretty funny. I don't know, man. Like I'm leaning Astros for a short-term sim, guys. Yeah, I did not know Kevin Biggio was on the Astros either. Blue Jays legend that I will still play. He's a lefty utility guy, maybe. So he's got 3 option years left, but he's got over 5 years of service time. So I wonder if he would accept a demotion if I were to like an option. If I were to try to option him, and he's fine though. Like he's just playing utility. Cam Smith is down here though. What do we think? I think Cam Smith is ready. That defense is going to be tough though. Do we try to give him the first base job? By the way, let me just say, I think it is a totally acceptable practice. Some of you might heavily disagree, but to go into commissioner mode and give guys some experience at positions, which is it's under battering ratings. Like I think it's totally acceptable to be like, man, like I would have been doing this with him in spring training. I normally give him, like 125. You can mimic this because you can do it in spring training where you can train them in the offseason. Like, I just think it's realistic that he would get, like, if you needed him to play first base, like he would have learned it somehow. And I think that's a fine way to mimic it. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's not like I'm going in and editing his range. I think that would be a little lame. But I'm just giving him experience at a position that he didn't have experience at. Honestly, like I might have him up as my first baseman if I could find a way to get Walker out of there. But you're still gonna have a crunch when what's his name comes back. When Pena comes back. because he can't pick up first base, or he wouldn't. um, yeah, yeah. I'm Team Raffy on that, by the way. Well, I mean, I think everybody looks bad in that situation, but like it seemed like the Red Sox just, man, they handled that as poor as they could have. They just did everything they could to piss him off. And did he act like a little bit of a jerk about it all? Yeah. But like the Red Sox did not really do right by Devers, I don't think. Yeah. ZDZ. Yeah, I don't know. I'm leaning Astros, y'all. I think I'm gonna bounce out of here in a second. It's been almost 2 hours. Oh, with the Astros, I don't know. I won't play this one long enough, but probably shit. Do I have to do it with Altuve? Maybe Altuve. All right then. Thanks for hanging. Yeah, Altuve, I would probably like force myself to keep him around. Maybe Correa, one of the two. But Correa left and came back, so is it cooler to do Altuve? Oh, who would consider a trade to the Cubs? What are you talking about? Oh, Altuve. Yeah, would consider trades. I doubt anybody's gonna. Oh, right. I'm not actually their GM yet because this isn't like the actual sim I would do it in. All right. I don't know. I have like a couple more things recorded for this week. Maybe if I get time, like later this week or this weekend, I'll try to record a couple Astros episodes or Cubs episodes. But probably Astros. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna drop off. I'm gonna go watch some of the World Baseball Classic. Last I heard, it was 1-0. That'd be cool if it's still 1-0. The Astros. I think it's gonna be tough. I think it's gonna be tough. It's no longer 1-0. What's the score now? All right, I'm gonna go ask my wife if I can have the big TV. She's rewatching Peaky Blinders, so we can watch the movie together. It's 2-0. I'm deciding not to do Peaky. Like, I'm just not rewatching. I'm just gonna watch the movie. I've seen the series, so I'm gonna go ask her if I can put the baseball game on. And she's great and cool and all around awesome person. So she's probably like, sure, that's cool. We try to be cool to each other. Imagine being with like somebody that you want to complain about all the time. That sounds terrible. All right, I'll leave on that note. My wife is cool. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. And yeah, talk to you guys soon.